I would be remiss if I did not take this opportunity to identify what we saw, but how has that dynamic kind of shifted? It played out in front of the world, right? Reality TV. It was a jaw-dropping moment multiple times where it's like, wait, what? What's going on?
Right.
But at the same time, from denouncing or admitting like, bro, it don't matter what it was, you guys are in a great place today. 100%. How did that journey get to what it is now that people may not understand or expect?
I think it's more than anything, because like I said, I've said it before, it's not like I went on a limb and is begging for forgiveness or anything like that. It's just about action and who you are as a person. You know, like I can be accountable for who I was at that time. Like I said, I was in a fucked up position just mentally and where I was and what I thought life was. So where I am today, I feel like how we healed is just on my actions and what I display as a person, as a human to him, you know? Like I take accountability every night on stage. Because as a man, I should do that.
All right, hold on. Let's pause it real quick, because this is Little Fizz from the boy band B2K. They're currently on tour right now with Bow Wow, but B2K, I think they started in 98, like late 90s. Huge ton of success, millions of fans around the world, can never take that away from them. But the conversation that they are having is the incident that occurred where Little Fizz actually got involved with one of his bandmates, Omarion's child's mother, who he was dating, and she ultimately became his child's mother. I think Omarion and April Jones is her name. They started dating 2013 to 2016. I think he had a son with her in 2014. My memory's a little fuzzy, but 2016, I believe, is when they had the daughter. Ultimately, that's when the relationship ended. A few years later, April, Fizz, they're on Love and Hip Hop. The relationship is kind of exposed between the two of them. And, you know, everybody had like their opinions on that, because that's like guy code. You don't get involved with your homie's ex-girlfriend, child's mother, sister, you know what I'm saying? Some people might say cousins, but depending on who you ask, they might be like, all right, man, it's cousins. It's sisters. Y'all ain't live together. Y'all ain't grow up together. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, everybody felt the way about Fizz and April getting involved with each other. And of course, there has to be some accountability on her end because she allowed it to take place. But yeah, they having a conversation about it. I think this is like one of the few times that he's actually spoken about it publicly. So let's hear what he got to say.
And I should let him know how sorry I really am for that.
Yeah.
You know? Because that, like, taking time and then looking back on that, that was some fucked up shit. That was some asshole shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
That's why, nah. Like,
what?
Where you at, babe? With Fizz? No. Come on back. Drop your location.
No, but like for real,
jokingly, but for real,
we really got to a space where we were able to heal because I've just been genuine in my actions and how I come across to him. You know what I'm saying? As a brother, like I never wanted to hurt him as a person. You know what I'm saying? I was just, like I said, in a really fucked up position mentally.
Obviously, preparing for this show, we know what we're talking about. And when I see the comments, right, there's a mix between, but the thing that stood out is like people appreciate your accountability. You know what I'm saying? And I think as men, where some people may think it's sappish, they think it's weak, they think it's soft, it's like it takes a lot of admiration and just respect just to come in and say, hey, bro, like, man, I messed up, dog.
Right.
And you don't have to accept my apology. And I think what was so impactful for you just admitting again was it's about actions. My question is, throughout this phase in this time where it was rocky, who was the orchestrator to help behind the scenes that's like, no, we got to make this right? Not about business, but about just true relationships.
I think it was myself, honestly. I think it was 2021. I didn't have O's number at the time. I had Boog and Raz though. And I called them over to my house. And I just apologized to both of them for putting them in the position that I felt like I put them in, because they're a part of the group as well, you know? And my actions affect them, not just me or it affects them as well. So I called them over to the crib. I had a conversation with them. I apologized to them first. And then we kind of built on a relationship from there. And then it came time where O was having a performance in LA. And Raz was with me. He was like, yo, let's go to the show. And I'm like, all right, let's go. And I'm like, but let's call O's team and see if, you know, they're accepting of us coming. I don't want to just pop up like that. So they said, yeah, come on through. And when we got there, they were like, yo, I want to share a moment with y'all on stage if y'all cool with that. And I'm like, yeah, this is perfect time. Like, it's time for me to take accountability and apologize. No matter how it ends up going, you know, if he accepts it or not. But as a man and having a son, I got to be an example for him and show him how to move as a man.
Oh, wait a minute. What you mean? You got to show your son. So now you want to set an example? How about setting an example by not sleeping with your homeboy's baby mom? Like, that's the honorable thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Or not to do, rather. Not sleeping with your... Like, this thing where people do things after they've already messed up in hopes of setting an example. It's like, no, the example is to not do what you were about to do that was going to cause you and your friendship, you and your homeboy's friendship to end. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get what he's trying to say, but nah, you could have avoided all this had you just controlled your lust, controlled your horny, and, you know what I'm saying, not slept with your homeboy's baby mom. But let's continue.
And when you're wrong, you're wrong. You feel me? So I was like, let me take this opportunity to really apologize and just put it all out on the table. Like, I was whack, bro.
That's tough. And hey, bro, I don't got no gavel in my hand. I got an iPad. I look at you similar to us that we share in common. Our lives are displayed for the world to see.
Yeah.
It comes with its perks, and it comes with its pains too. And I think what's tough about you is people have seen you grow right up under their eyes, on their phones, on the stage. And there's been things that you do that make people celebrate, and then there's also things that you do that may make people agitated. You know what I'm saying? And I think where we are, I've talked numerous times with saying I use this platform as a weapon, and I don't like that. I've embarrassed people, but I've also used this platform as an asset to verbalize my apologies and my resentments to the situation.
All right, let's stop it here because Cam about to get in his encyclopedia bag and start using words that we've never heard of, start making up his own words and stuff. But I mean, I commend him for, you know, being accountable for his actions, because he does know that that was the wrong thing to do. Probably ruined a great friendship that they had. I mean, I don't know what happens behind the scenes. I don't know if these artists are actually friends behind the scene. They might just be business. We go on stage and perform, or we create records and we go our separate ways after that. But on the outside looking in, it looked like they had a great bond, a great friendship. There's millions and millions of women in this world. Why do you got to sleep with that man's baby mom? I mean, they've gotten past it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not really holding his feet to the fire because Omarion was able to forgive him. And Omarion don't seem like the type of guy that will hold a grudge, or, you know, he just seems like a very easygoing type of guy. So if someone was to forgive someone for doing something like this to them, it would probably be Omarion. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he hasn't forgotten. I don't know what the relationship with him and his child's mother is to this day. I think they co-parent and things are pretty smooth. But yeah, man, that was definitely some grimy stuff to do. Let me know in the comments how y'all feel about it. Do y'all think that certain women in your friendship circle are just off limits even after the breakup? It could be 5 years done gone by, 10 years done gone. Like I've had friends, like close friends who girlfriends I've seen years later, they split, and we could be in a whole nother state and I see them. I'm like, hey, what's going on? You know, it's just what up, and that's it. Keep it moving. It's no like trying to get at each other. It's none of that. You know what I'm saying? But maybe that's just the generation that I'm from and that's the cloth that I'm cut from. But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, man. Make sure y'all hit those hypers, man. Make sure you try to boost me up in the algorithm, man. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all make sure y'all like and share this video as well. And man, shout out to him for holding himself accountable. But let me know what y'all think, man. Until next time.